have a new week. I'm doing my portfolio at the moment. It's like a complete redo. Because the last time I've updated it was 2018, but it's not really even the update. It's more the last time I put pictures in, but I haven't even done the pictures at that time. I think the last time I actually painted for the portfolio was probably 2017. Yeah, that's a long time. It was also hard to manage childcare and to figure out how to work with so broken up times. I would have the morning, so I'll bring the older one into school, and then the younger one goes into nursery. I had to manage getting into focus and organizing myself in the same time as actually also doing the work and also finishing off. It was just a bit hard, and I couldn't do works in the night as much anymore. I'm just looking outside so I can concentrate better on what I'm saying. I couldn't work in the night anymore that much. I'm getting old, I guess. Anyway, that's done, and I learned so much about myself, my work, my way of working, and how I can speed up the getting into focus thing. And one important tool was really a diary. Yeah, everyone says it, everyone does it. There's bullet journaling. It looks also pretty, but it has to work for you. So I found a way how I can make it work for myself. I use it as an external brain. So when I write my to-do list now, it's not just points, I write whole sentences. So because I'm trying to capture mood and the thoughts and everything, I try to kind of clone the thoughts into this book, which is sometimes difficult because I don't find always the words, or I start sentences in the middle of them. But I still do it like that. I write it anyway. So yeah, it's a different type of grammar I use. Right, so this is my little book. You can see this page. I can show you this page because it's all private work, so it's okay to share. It's a bit difficult when I do a project. I make it pretty. I write here the dates of which I worked on. This is just to keep kind of a track of, I'm coming back to this work, and then I write whole sentences of what I want to do. And if I have looked at this to-do list for too long, which is a completely subjective and personal experience of what too long means, then I write it again. And that's so simple. Because by the time too long has passed, my thoughts and my mindset have changed. Not really mindset, what I mean with this, like some sort of approach towards this work, like it could be feeling tedious, or I could be feeling excited, or so something changed. So I write it again in different sentences, and it looks like a lot of work, but when I go in here, like at the start of the day, I just go in here, there's no more discussion what to do. My brain told me already what to do, and there is no guessing how to do it. It's already all down here. So I just start. Yeah, that's so simple. I give myself for the portfolio like 2 tasks. I've been sharing on Instagram my work a bit. So right now it's called Phase A, a million face expressions. Because I want in my portfolio to show that I can draw all sorts of emotions. And a million face expressions shows me I have to do it over and over and over again, and when I'm sick of it, I have to keep doing. Because what I found out when I draw a lot of the same thing, it starts changing and it solidifies into a very stable style. This is the one thing. And the other thing is, I notice when I repeat the same expression over and over again. One of them is a smile. You will draw a character and you like it, and it's always smiling. But this, when you do a book, it's not always just smiling, is it? When it's a children's book, you can have sad, angry, disappointed, worried, all sorts of things. And then for the bigger, depending on the age, you're gonna have like a little range of face expressions, and for the older age, it's gonna be a little bit more complex. A million faces expressions. I've decided to do animals. Right, so why so strict through here doesn't mean that I finished. It means like this. Okay, sheep's face expression in stories I've wrote down. So I think I wanted something like, think of a story and of the different scenes in the story and how the sheep would look like, and then make the expressions for that. And then when I looked at this list for too long, I realized I don't even have a story. And then I looked for sheeps in stories, and I could hardly find like fairy tales with sheeps or lambs, which is weird. So I rewrote it here, and it says sheep not in classic fairy tales, only nursery rhymes. So make up a character and finish face practice. So I'm not wasting my time anymore trying to do all these expressions in stories that don't exist. I'm actually gonna make up a character and try to do so. So the to-do point changed in accordance to my realizations and findings, and I don't know. So this is the idea of how I changed the to-do list. So it's still the same to do. It's still the face of a sheep, but a different notations. So when I start now work, it's like, all right, it's not I have to draw a sheep, a face expression. It's like, oh, I have to come up with a character. Interesting. What could that sheep do, right? So I start working straight away on the right thing in the right direction. I'm going to show some of them. I have my sketchbook here. It is a cheap sketchbook. Where is my sheep? Right, so first I do in the sketchbook, I start with generic sheep. That's what happens when I haven't practiced an animal and I have to draw an animal for a story or something. It just turns up like the first, what you can see here, this is the first thing that comes out. This is going to be the first thing that comes out for the book. That's not good enough anymore. So then I think, okay, this sheep is not going to be just a background character, like not some sheep on the field. It's going to be something with like either side character or main character. So it's okay, the face has to be a little bit more defined so I can get all the expressions inside. For a bit more complicated story, you might want to do this like, stone face. Surprised. I shouldn't have done this. Oh, what's that? I miss my bow. I don't know. Okay, and here I found like, okay, these are the faces I kind of like. And then I went over here to get into like all the different, like it's the same character just with the different expression. This is what I came up with. And then at some point I saw the style, although it was quite stable here, it just still changed a teeny tiny bit. I don't know if you can see this. Something with the eyes I changed. And I came up with this one. I was like, oh, this one looks really cool. I don't know why. I was compare it to the big movies. In this case, I'm trying to compare it with their work. Would I be able, with what I draw, to get the range of face expressions that I did? So I thought, oh, this is a good candidate. Where's the camera? It's down there. And I arrange all the faces again. Now, it has changed again a bit, but never mind. So this is like, I'm going to fill this up. And the other point in my to-do list is to make watercolor textures. Just bury them together on Photoshop. So I can keep the nice line art that I spent doing here for hours, and then give it some color. That would be like a page for my portfolio. That's what I was thinking. That would be great, right? Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep filming my work. I've done a bit of footage, but I don't know how much it will turn out, and if it's good and if it's interesting. We'll just have to see at the end. Okay, see you in a bit. Yeah, so yeah, I just finished the drawings of this page with expressions on the little lamb sheep, and I also added the watercolor textures. Just before I go back now, I just want to have a little break and let my eyes rest. Didn't realize how much concentration I use to just draw. When you have it as a work, that maybe people don't understand where the transition is from just giving and happiness into being professional about it. And I guess I'm not quite sure how I thought about it, but there was one thing. I always thought it goes quick, and when something took 2 hours, I thought I was being bad at it. Just a second, I'm just gonna get the coffee. Right, so it seemed always to take me too long. I had no concept of time. I think when I focus, I lose track of time and everything. And yeah, I don't know how to say it properly. I was always unhappy with it. Like, how could this take me so long? Or how did I not finish more in this time? So I started taking the time, like recording the time. It's like click for start work and click when finish, and just look at it how much I've finished, and it never changes. So I accepted this is the time it takes. It's just the time it takes. And to be honest, I can't compare it with. I'm not comparing it with anything. I don't know any drawers. I'm not sitting in a contest to draw something quick. On YouTube you have edited videos, you don't really know how long it takes. So comparing with myself, and it's always time. So it's fine. I guess it's fine. And then when I recorded some of the drawings, I thought, oh my god, this is a long recording. But while I was drawing, I thought like a third of the real time only passed. So it must be like the way I focus about it and everything. Yeah, so what I'm hoping I can do next is what I want to do. Hoping because of the time before the kids need picking up. Scan in the textures and the drawings, and just put it together on Photoshop. I'll record this as well. We'll see where this goes. Right, I'm gonna have my coffee now.